Hiya, my name is Lazy T, and today we are going to study Chibis. Disclaimer, I am no Chibi expert, but I like drawing them and think they are adorable. There's many different types of Chibis. Some are very short and small, and some have long limbs or are in a small body. The way I'm going to approach drawing a Chibi is by focusing on the shapes a Chibi may be made out of. First thing I'm going to do is observe Chibis from artists whose art I enjoy and break down their Chibis into shapes. So I'm basically going to go over what I do for the first time and then show it 2 more times. So I'm going to go try to go as slowly as I can. So basically I pull up an image of the PNG the Chibi of an artist that I really like. So here I have Hayana Natsu's Chibi from Twitter. I pulled it off of Twitter. I love her Chibis. So I put it into my art program. I lowered the opacity, and then I picked out a color I could see very easily over the drawing, so I can figure out what shapes her Chibi is made out of. So basically, I made this brush really small, and I started making shapes into the body, or trying to see the body into shapes. So I saw the head as a circle most part, and then I went with the eye line. You don't really have to do that part, but you can. It's good practice. So then I saw her cheek area as an oval. So an oval mixed with a circle is the head. That's the head shape to me. And then I took the middle line from the head and I brought it down to the torso area. It's like the line of action to me. And then I just marked where the shoulder is facing, like what angle it's at, and the hip is facing. Now what I'm doing is just making up body portions. I go by head size. So I'm just figuring out how big her head is and how big her body is compared to her head. So I see that her Chibi is overall about 3 heads tall. I would say 3.5 heads maybe tall. So yeah. Now I'm doing the ovals, and for the torso, 2 ovals together, and I'm doing long or little rectangles for the legs. I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can because Chibis should be very simple. They shouldn't be too complex unless their outfit is like really like Hawk, you know? I'm doing the same kind of shape for the arms, like a rectangle. I'm not doing 2 rectangles, I'm doing just 1 whole one to get the overall shape of it, to get the idea. So yeah. And then I put the hands as just ovals. It can be anything you want, but for me it was just do the ovals. I'm trying to break this into shape, not trying to add too much detail. So yeah. So after I do that, I just identify each shapes and where it's at. So I see that rectangles are the legs and the arms are made of rectangles also. And I think that's it for the rectangle portion of this. And then I'm observing it. I'm saying, okay, that's the circle right there on the head. And then there's an oval, and then there's an oval a couple more places, the torso area. So yeah, I suggest you guys doing that. Like, you draw the shapes over and then you just write it down, the shapes that you just identified in the body. I don't know, maybe it'll help you guys memorize the thing. It kind of helps me do it, or memorize like how I draw the Chibis or how I break them down. So now since I traced over it to get the general idea of the pose and I was studied a little bit, I'm basically gonna just write down the obvious stuff right now, and I'm gonna just try to draw it without her image in the background, like a standalone. You'll see. So, and then basically I'll do that for the other 2 Chibis by the other 2 artists I like. getting comfortable with the shapes you want your chibi to be, try to take random poses from random people and make them into chibi. Now for the rest of this video, I'm probably gonna do that, show some footage of me doing that. I did about like 8 or 10 from one of my streams last week, but I think this should be the end. This is basically what I do when I study chibis. I basically look at the chibis that I really like by artists I really like. I try to break them down into shapes and observe how tall they are and their body proportions and etc. And then I try to look at regular people and make them into chibis. Really good practice. I really like doing this way, or like studying chibis this way. But I do want to end with a couple of notes. So, practice and you shall improve. The more you do it, the better you'll get. I also recommend looking at Taco1704. He does a lot of chibi and anatomy tutorials. And he goes into more specifics and etc. So I really recommend him. I also recommend Hayana Natsu's Chibis tutorial. I know I put her in this video, but she also has a chibi tutorial, so if you're curious on how to draw chibis, I recommend you look at her video. It's really good. And also don't expect for it to look good right away, because like, if let's say you've been drawing for a week, a month, a year, like I don't know, like just don't expect it to be right away. Like just don't and just have fun. Like chibis are super cute and adorable, and there can be a way of self-expression, and just have fun with it, okay? Thank you guys for watching. If you want another Let's Study video, let me know and I might do it. But this editing was a hassle, even though it wasn't even that good. But yeah, anyway, have a nice day. See you tomorrow. If you like the video, please like, sub, and share the video. See you later, and bye.